Dr. Pulsifer here to talk about some things that you could put into a game rules, and one that you would think would be really useful because it's a picture, but in practice it's unwise to use them because people don't want to deal with them. And that's flowcharts and lookup tables. I'm not going to worry about the reasons, but some players these days do not want to use these player aids. This is definitely different from 40 or so years ago. Now this, as an example, has caused me big problems with a Pirates game. It's a relatively simple Pirates game, a Scrooge game, but the encounters, though relatively simple in practice, are somewhat complex to describe because there's a lot of options. These are the encounters where the pirate ship meets a merchant ship or a warship on high seas, which is the heart of piracy. So I started with narrative text and found that was just too long and too much detail. So then I tried to use tables, and that was not so satisfactory. And then I used flowcharts, and I've used flowcharts for quite a long time, like this one. The information is all on the chart, and I think it's quite clear to use. But whenever a publisher sees this, they almost immediately turn off. I can think of one who is not, because in their view, readers will not deal with it. So I'm back to trying to write a narrative, though I'd like to have some kind of flowchart-like structure to it. As I've said, it's odd because here is a picture. Pictures are supposed to be better than words, but this particular kind of picture just isn't desirable. Lookup tables used to be used a great deal in games. In the old Avalon Hill War games, a CRT, Combat Results Table, was always included, where you'd roll a die and you'd look on the table and see what happened. But this is just not acceptable these days. You have to disguise this in some other way with a player's aid or a player layout, or even on the board. Many boards in Euro-style games are not traditional boards because there's no maneuver and no geospatial relationships in the game. The boards are just status indicators. Simply status indicators. And at times, the board is substituting for a flowchart or lookup table. So, lookups and especially flowcharts can be the most efficient way to do something, but it doesn't matter if people won't use them.